So yeah, with COVID, I mean, I was just kind of taking it day by day because that's kind of the personality I have. With
Okay.
the layoff, I was disappointed because with this company, like I was thinking I was gonna, because I always wanted to get out of New York. Miami was what I was really thinking because I love the beach and the warm
Right.
weather like you
The
do.
one with the tropical weather, right?
Exactly. So
Florida.
that's always what I thought of going to, and they were thinking of like either Miami or Texas.
Right.
So I was like, thinking of doing that, but right before COVID hit, actually, I totally forgot about this. I've always been into real estate. Long story short, right before COVID hit, I bought my first property, a real estate investment home in Texas, and I
Really?
closed right before COVID, like
Wow.
right during the heart of COVID. So it was still perfect timing. So the real estate rates didn't like go crazy yet. It was like
The
a good
time.
time, but
Mm.
it was nothing wild yet. But it was just
Yeah.
it was worrisome because it was during all this craziness. But
Right.
so I got that.
So
I
was
got
was it
laid
was
off.
it a house? Was it a condo? Was
It
it
was it was a house. It was a single family home. It was a rental property.
nice?
But then so, whatever. I was working from home for a month. Then fast forward, on unemployment, making the most money doing nothing,
Yeah.
literally.
So how
But
did you? But it was fine for you. Like you're making money. You're on unemployment. I guess
correct.
that part was okay.
That was okay, but the thing about me is, like you said, like I'm an outside person too. I don't stay inside. And
Right.
I think COVID happened in March. So let's
Yeah.
say
Around
fast
my
forward around April, it starts getting nice. And
nice.
then I have nothing to do. There's just like, everything was closed in New York. And then
Everything.
they had all these rules and you couldn't do anything in the hours. You
Right.
couldn't travel anywhere. I had all these vacations lined up with my job, but everything
Wow.
got canceled. I was actually right before COVID officially happened, March, whatever day it was. I was supposed to go to the Seychelles. I don't know if you're familiar with Seychelles.
Where is that?
It's kind of like Maldives. It's like
Oh,
a less touristy version of the Maldives.
is it the
But I
same area?
was
Where is it? Where is it located? What
it's in pretty much the same area. Don't quote me. I'm an American. My geography sucks, but it's like one of those,
got it.
expensive touristy places like the Maldives.
Wow.
But I was in a dilemma because COVID was about to happen. Like, it was like 3 days before COVID, and I was supposed to go.
Wow.
But, so I was still working, and I remember they were saying all this crazy stuff,
Some
but
news.
I wasn't sure what to do because my layover was actually in Nigeria. And I
Ooh,
remember thinking during that time, because of what everyone was saying, I'm like, God forbid
you
I
got
get
stuck.
stuck in Nigeria.
Right.
Like, again, I travel a lot. I've been to different cultures, different places, but I'm like, that's not really the safest per se place, especially
Right.
what if I get stuck out there? How the hell am I going to come back?
Right. Right.
So like, I mean, I lost that trip. I made a decision to cancel. I
Okay.
ended up fighting and getting it back. But so yeah, fast forward when I'm laid off, when I'm making unemployment, New York unemployment, there's nothing to do. I can't travel anywhere.
Right.
Most countries are blocked. There's no restaurants to like spend my money. All I'm doing is like saving money, and I would just literally, no joke, because I'm such like an active person because I couldn't even go to the gym. Me and like a couple, like my close friend at the time, or sometimes even by myself, I would just like walk the empty streets of New York. There was a time, and I remember this clearly. I walked from like New York City, Queens, all the way to like Harlem at one time because one of my
What?
friends lives out there. Yeah, because there was
Wow.
like nothing to do. And I was just like, taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
being active. Like, so it did help me a lot spiritually and all that, and obviously financially.
Right.
But then at one time in September of 2020,
Hmm.
certain states were open, like Florida,
Yeah.
etc.
Certain